Hello, it is Thursday, December 8th, 2011 at 4:36 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I want to talk to you about our little snake clouds. Um, I, I captured these last night. You can see the terminator beams were coming down at sunset. And you can see our little snake clouds down here, as well as it looks like some residue of some are also going up here and into New York, the upper East Coast. And there's also some over here in Florida. I'll show you a little closer in view here. Once again, they're starting near Mobile, Alabama. I have more trouble with that. These are a little different in that the tips of them are a lot brighter than the tail. It looks like we've got some little wispy ones coming down here, and then also some coming down in here. They're in the blue zone. Let me zoom in a little more. And something really strange that's happening is you get this comb-like effect as they go past the Doppler radar stations. Here's the Doppler right here, and you can see this little... I talked about them in another video too, but it was more like a cloud, but this is just after it comes off of the radar. And here's a closer in shot of that. Here's Mobile, Alabama right here. And then here's our little snake clouds. I went to the different Doppler sites, and I'm just going to go through them so you can see them. I'm going to go fairly quickly because I've got another subject I want to cover. This is Birmingham, Alabama. You can see this little snake clouds over here, and then a terminator beam comes through. There's also this little green cloud that kind of grows and right before the terminator beam comes. Go to the next one. This is Fort Rucker, Alabama. And again, you can see little snake clouds coming down over the Doppler right before the terminator beam. Actually, these are more, they're not as much of an S curve, they're more like a C. This is Maxwell Air Force Base, Alabama. Again, you're seeing those little C clouds instead of S clouds. No terminator beam on this one. This is Mobile, Alabama. I'll have to practice that. And here, this is where our snake clouds were. It looks like they're starting out here in the ocean, in the Gulf this time. Whereas last time they seemed to be starting right at the Doppler site. And again, they're coming out hot. Or top of the scale, I guess is a better way to say it. Go to the next one. I just kind of did all of them in the area. Well, this was just to show you that I did this one in Georgia, and it doesn't have any data. I clicked on it, and file not found. And there was another way to access it here, and I clicked on that. But then when I went to play the loop, there's nothing. This little thing up here just sits there like a broken link. So we weren't able to get that one. And then the next one is Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. And it's got snake clouds, big ones. And here again, you're getting that comb effect when it's going past the Doppler here. See the little strings it leaves behind? And then well, not right after the terminator beam, shortly thereafter though, it goes hot. Actually, it looks like at the point this cloud's breaking away from it that it goes into the high scale. See, right when it broke loose, or that breaks it loose, one of the two. Next one. This is Eglin Air Force Base. And that one's quite colorful. Mobile, Alabama's right over here, so it's right near it. You're seeing again the snake clouds. Actually, it starts with one. We got those little C-type clouds coming down that we saw in other ones, and then here's the little snake ones coming up. And the terminator beam just happens to go right over them. Next one. This is Tallahassee, Florida. And again, we're getting that comb effect. And as it breaks away, it goes hot, or goes up into the upper scale. And it doesn't switch over to a different setting because, well, no, it does. It does right there because the scale changed. They have their precipitation mode and their clear air mode. Although it doesn't look like there's, well, unless that could have been, unless you'd call that a cloud, but that's not a cloud, that's something else. Next one, actually this is the last one. This is Tampa Bay, Florida. And we're not getting a cloud coming out of this one, but we're getting this same stringy effect like the comb, and it's going in the same direction too. So then I went and, let's see, oh, did I close my other one? Let me go back up here and see. Whoops. There it is. This is Great Falls, Montana. I was checking something else out. And this is later in the evening. This is starting at 3:07 UTC on December 8th and ending at 5:55 December 8th. And everything's going slow motion for some reason. But you can see we're still getting snake clouds coming out of that same area. Let me speed them up just a little bit. Oh, my mouse is acting up. Sometimes it feels like someone taps into my mouse and starts running it for me. But in any case, that's what those look like. And I just made another video talking about the using visible satellite here. Let me go ahead and start it. And we're getting the same thing again last night. And you can see that's going too fast. We're getting this thing flapping again, and we're still getting the little beam coming out. Let me zoom in. So you can see it there. And again, the dots are closer spaced where it's coming out of the big loop than as it gets further down here, and it's still going that same area of Texas, kind of up and down here. We got a lot of nighttime going, but it still shows up. And again, it was flashing on every 10 minutes and 40 minutes past the hour, except 21:10 and 21:40. It did not. It did not on just 10 and 40, and it did not on 3:10. But other than that, it flashed each time. There's something else interesting I wanted to show you. And then that is, I don't know if you can see, but as night comes, there's a ring here. You see it? There's a ring. And it's centered right here in Colorado. Let me zoom in a little closer. Maybe, I don't know if that helps or not, but if you kind of squint at it, you can see it right here. Right here is the middle of the puddle. And that's not on any Doppler station. So it's right here at the border of Wyoming and about halfway in Kansas. Here is the center of it. And it's pretty much continuous. On and off and on and off, which is the same thing as this flapper. It's continuous. It's almost every other one. And you can actually see it, the circle kind of seems to be reacting to this. And then here is the United States, again visible satellite. And here's this other little flapper thing that I wanted to. It's showing up better here because it's nighttime than it does here, but it's still going during the day. And something interesting that showed up on this one is, if I go in here, and again it's the same area, it's mobile, although it actually moves here in Louisiana. Here's this water area. See here it goes further out, and sometimes it stays on this side of it. See? And again, I found the same thing as I found on the other one, and that is there's a circle area, and it's in Montana. It's right here. This is the center of it, almost where this line ends. Here, and Great Falls is over here, so it's not on a Doppler. It's somewhere in between. Right there. Let me zoom in. Can you see it? Oops, that's too far, too far. Let's start over. Again, my mouse is sticking, so it's delayed. All right. You can't see it during the daytime, but here at night, right here, is the center. And it goes about this big. What actually generates just like a pebble in a pond. I'm trying to unzoom here. Oh, I must have the wrong thing. There we go. I'll let it run through a couple times so you can see. One thing that's interesting, or another thing that's interesting, I need to get this up where I can catch just a little bit more of it. it doesn't alternate. It doesn't have a set time when it flaps. Um, and sometimes it's straight up and down, and sometimes it goes at an angle on the 15, sometimes on the 45. And the times it flapped further in was on 1:15 and 3:45 UTC. But right here, see, here's the straight line. That's at 21:15 on December 7th. And you go to the next one and it disappears. There is no straight line or flapper when this comes in, when this cutout shows up. Which I didn't notice that before. See, and then it's right back on the next frame at 22:15, 21:45, 21:15, and then previous, see, at 20:45. And again, we're right at the Mobile, Alabama. So anyway, there you have it. Oh, I did want to mention too, and it shows up on my last video too, is these very strange looking clouds over here in California that's off the coast. They're just surreal. They just don't look real. And we're going backwards. There we go. So anyway, there you have it. God bless you. Have a great day.